Sorry about that. He can't be serious, but he said Shinigami, didn't he? La 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 la. Okay, you can hear me. Yep, the same person. No joke. This body trapped me within time. I only look like this during the day. At night, I go back to my normal form. Long story short, I'm cursed. I'm trying to find a solution in the library. No success so far. As you can see, I think you need to go to the temple for that. I don't get it. Why are you telling me this? So you won't ask more questions, and I won't need to hear your voice. Besides, you would have found out sooner or later. You would have found out sooner or later. Telling you now doesn't make a difference. Don't worry. I'm not interested in taking you. For now. Taking you is like catching fish. With bare hands, it's always slipping through my grasp. None of my targets have escaped past the second try. You're clinging onto life so tightly, it's almost pitiful. Let's take it. That little shit, smiling, stared at him speechless. He has the balls to start reading his book and ignoring me once again. The story sounds strange coming from this little boy. I do not see any reason not to believe him. Part of him feels familiar, reminiscent of his adult form. So, why are you kidnapping people? Kachi does not look up at me and continues flipping through his book. Are you the one behind those deaths? Kachi! Gee, I heard it the first time, you dunce. Asshole. What makes you think it's appropriate to ask such questions in public? But you're not going to shut up, are you? I might as well explain later. What about now? Standing up, I grabbed his arm and I pulled him to his feet. Kachi dropped the book he was holding when I take his hand. I take him behind the bookshelf out of people's sight. Are you serious? Can't wait for half a second before dragging me off? Danger, danger. Now we're alone. You can keep your voice low. Now tell me about it. I crossed my arms and looked directly at him. Kachi rolled his eyes before letting out a small huff. Not like I was doing anything important anyways. Anyway, then, do you know about the legend of the forest woman? Of course, everybody knows. Is that forest even that girl? In the legend, the demon cursed a few villagers. That is quite true. This curse is passed from generation to generation, and now I'm collecting the current cursed souls before the cycle can continue. So you're killing the villagers, sort of. But it's not for their own good. You can't just kill innocent people, cursed or not. Think about it. Is that why you're after me? You're the winner of the curse, then yes. The last of the... Tell me, what kind of curse is it? It attracts supernatural creatures to the victim. The hungry kind. Many of those survive, go insane. Haha, the only one haunting me is you. Stop with the stealing nonsense and leave me and the villagers alone. You have no idea how much trouble it was to pinpoint my targets. Besides, collecting the souls is my job, and I won't stop because you asked me. You couldn't just find me, even though we've gone to the same schools for years. Hey, I haven't been here that long. I don't have the building radar. Got you puffing his cheeks like a child. Him being this harmless form gives me an urge to tease him. Don't do that, he'll get revenge. Do not do that. I'm right here in front of you with no guards around. Why don't you take the chance? I already explained why. And then closer with a dark grin. Oh, this girl is stupid. Like I said before, stupid. And lowered my head until our eyes meet, or even dropped the bluff. You can't do anything in your deep form, can't you? Can you? You better not provoke me. I poked his cheek, pretending to be scared. I'm not gonna be sorry if she dies. I'm not. Oh, why did you me? I'm so scared. Please don't take my soul. I'm telling you, it's a bad idea. Someone as dull as you probably won't have figured it out after all. Oh yeah? Let's see who gets who's first. You look so adorable. I almost feel bad about you getting hurt the other night. Please, I don't want to hear that line, especially from you. I'm pretty sure he's like so sick of it. He's like, oh, you don't be you rip. That would be annoying. Like, come on, stop being like that. I'm pretty sure you think he might be 5 foot or maybe 4. I laughed, amused at his reaction. If everything stays true, then the murderers were not his doing. I presume he would not take the effort to torture bodies or dump them in public places carelessly. How do you know? So far, though, he's the prime suspect of the disappearance. You know, even if I can't stop you, Shane will. I have to deal with him eventually anyways. He's yet another cursed human. Although he's really annoying to deal with, so I'm letting him off the hook for now. Oh, Urine is deathless. Be careful. He isn't your typical investigator. Oh, you are a dick. Reading your things out. If either of you get, why are you telling me this? You're not the bad guy I thought you were, but I'm still against the ideas of taking souls. Expect me to haunt you during the day if you do that again. Hey, can you imagine what the world would be like if no one died? Would you prefer to live a life haunted by creatures, or to start over with a clean slate? Like I said, the only one bothering me is you. You should offer to help people instead of being a pest. Besides, Mr. Gas Mask, is there anyone else cursed in the school? Maybe I haven't found all of them yet. Tell me about the details of the curse. I don't know. After all, I don't ask. You don't ask about the nature of your dish. You just eat it. I do not know if I believe everything Kachi said. He could have been trying to trick me into lowering my guard. The encounter with ZEIKUN comes to mind. I'm sure they are familiar with each other. I do not know their relationship. By the way, do you know something about the forest demon? No. Don't lie. This is the first time you kidnapped me. You were nearly shot down by him. I don't know. I'm annoyed that he doesn't give me any answers, even though it is obvious he is hiding something. Oh no, what is this? What is this? Oh no! Hold on. Hold on. I tackled him on the ground, moving on top of him, staying quiet. He futilely tries to fend off. This is how I felt when you kidnapped me. Not very nice. Huh. Kachi. Now spill it. What forceful person you are. Well, there's nothing much I can tell. Anyways, I'm not really on good terms with the forest human. They're the one that keep seeking out conflict. You should ask them, not me. Perhaps they knew something about your case as well. Alright then. If anyone sees us, they'll think you're trying to, hurt me. I was just testing the strength of your day form, just in case you keep bothering me. Kachi glares at me. He's going to mess you up when he is in his night form. He glares at me, and in response I throw a devilish smirk. That was what? The shuffling of feet caught my attention, and I quickly get off him. A student then passed by, but does a double take, seeing Kachi lying on the floor at my feet. He looks back at me and slowly walks away. Kachi grumbles as he stands up. You're lucky I'm not in my true form. I would have taken you right there. Now excuse me. Before he can walk away, he throws a glare at me. I will remember this. Duh, girl! What do you think? I return home. Before I enter through the door, my monitor wanders off to train. Maybe I should warn him that Chi-Chi is after him, or does he already know? Even if he's prepared, will it make a difference? While making dinner, I hear the doorbell. Who's there? It's rare for me to have visitors who say it's the Shamigami. Ka-chi! When I open the— oh fuck, no! Don't open the door! You're done! When I open the door, the woman stands right in front of me. Her eyes are blank, not really staring at anything in particular. Immediately I knew something's not right. A chill runs over my body as I step back in unease. Hey, aren't you the person who went missing a few days ago? She's a zombie! Close the door! Oh no! Fuck! Jump scare. I open my mouth and ask, you dumb shit, close the door. Suddenly she leaps at me. Reflexes makes me jump to the side, dodging as she dives to the floor. I grab a nearby umbrella and brings it down over her head. She lets out a pain groan, and I take this chance to shove her out the door, which then I promptly slam shut. You're dumb as shit. The woman banging at the door from the other side. I quickly slip the lock in place, fingers trembling. I quickly check on the back door in the kitchen, then all the windows in the living room. Good, everything's locked. Did you check the upstairs? I only relax for after a banging on the door stops. What was up with that woman, though? What happened to her? She's a zombie. I pull up my phone to dial the police. With every ring, I can hear more groaning and shuffling outside. Oh, my umbrellas, there's more of them. I drop my phone and I see a woman's face outside the window. Her empty gaze meets with mine. You don't look at the door or the window. They can break it. I have to get out of here. I jump back from the window. I have seen that woman, her name Debbie, in the newspaper, listed under missing people. The banging starts up again. The voices behind the front door grows louder as if multiplying. A chill runs down my spine. If they break in, I am dead meat. I don't know why these people are here, but in weird states, perhaps Chachi was right about me being haunted. Chachi, maybe I can call him for help. He is not gonna help you after what you did. Wait, why am I thinking about him? There's no guarantee that he would come to my aid if I can even find a way to contact him. The police office is the only safe enough place I can think of. That moment I hear the sound of shattering glass somewhere. As I predicted, I could not stay here. Go upstairs. Clutch my umbrella closed as I run through the back door. As I'm running, I look back at numerous people surrounding my house. Some are already chasing after me. Geez, why am I suddenly being attacked by a bunch of weirdos? Panic scuttles my thoughts as I nearly trip over a crack on the sidewalk before I get lost in the darkness. I try to regain my bearings. I turn right. Shit, I hate this! Those quick time events, shit! This is the old house, this isn't even close to the police officer. I must go around. Go straight. Oh shit. I end up in the forest though. I did not intend to. Left! I keep running somehow. Managed to reach a dead end. Fuck! Is this a joke? Footsteps echoes right behind me, and I know they blocked my way out. I slowly turn around to see a crowd of people approaching me like hungry beasts. There's already even more of them than before. Their expressions are lifeless, and they walk sluggish as drunk. I think this is the end. They do not seem human. I hold my umbrella tightly, preparing myself. Even though I'm outnumbered, I'll fight to my death. One in the front of the crowd charges to attack. The rest follow. Death end. Fuck. Hero with an umbrella. Load. Hiding. God dang, I saved. Holy shit. Let's save right here. Save right here. Okay. Go straight. Park. Wait. Go straight. Son of a bitch. Skip. Load. Go straight. Turn left. Oh God! Skip. Load. Straight. Right. If I got the right way, I'm not used to the village at night. Go right. I keep running and manage it. Fuck! Go straight. Go right. I forgot the right way. I am not used to this village at night. Save. Go left. Son of a bitch. Low, should I continue this or this one? Yes. We're hiding. How did I end up here? This is far from the police. I never knew there was a temple in the forest. I glanced back to see the crowd of people still following me, even more of them than before. Judging from the sluggish then I saw, great, I got drunkers chasing after me. This better be a joke. I can hide out in the temple, but I have a feeling that the people will not stop there. Using self-defense against them shouldn't be an issue, right? Don't do that. Jesus! And a few of them popped in front of me. Ah! I thought I lost them. In fact, there haven't been more of them quietly roaming in the forest. With them right on my heel, I rushed out of the temple yard. Okay, it's gonna be a quick kind of event. I'm gonna save. Right here. I may be doing myself but being in the center of a wide open area, but at least I will not be caught off guard any surprise attacks. I tightened my grip on my umbrella handle and leaped forward, swinging it left to right. Chills, oh God, run across my body when I feel the impact of metal against the bone. Fortunately, they are weaker than I thought and go down very easily. I try not to think about it when they do not stand back up. I continue hitting them and swinging, but there's too many. I ended up being surrounded. Even I looked at all of them with the glare and not feeling scared anymore. You guys are nothing compared to the gangs I fought in the freshman year. 14. One comes closer to biting a chunk of my arm, but I batted him aside when he falls, and it leaves a gap in the crowd that allows me to continue carving the escape path. No! I was almost free from the crowd when a hand suddenly grabs my ankle. Caught off guard, I fall back and hit the cold grass, losing my umbrella at the process. I hear a strange noise behind me. I followed by some short silence. Turning around, I see dozens of faint glowing strings covered the area. They seem to be gathered in bunches with intersection each other, but all of them attached to A part of each person in the crowd. Ooh, is catchy here. I cannot tell where the strings are originated, but they seem to pin the crowd in place. Taking a chance, I scrambled for my umbrella, which I find at the feet of one person, then resume throwing blows. The strings fade away as soon as I strike one down. After a while, the whole field of unmoving bodies. Are you okay? My face brightens up when I hear that familiar voice. Deacon jumps off the roof of the temple and approaches me. Was he the one pulling those glue strings? I try to thank him, but the pain in my legs cuts me off. I look down to see a hole in my thigh-high sock, showing a gash on my knee. Right, I hurt myself during that fall earlier. Great job luring those freaks here. Hearing the sarcasm in his voice, I puff up my cheeks. Thanks, I could have died on my way here. By the way, do you have any idea what happened to those people? I don't get why they were all after me. They're zombies. They were possessed and probably had no idea what they were doing. I glanced down at the field. Deacon follows my gaze. Guessing from what I've seen, they were already dead from the start. You don't have to feel guilty about this. I nod, but I cannot avert my gaze from the bodies. Thank you for earlier. Deacon, oh, why did I say his name? The silence feels awkward. Perhaps it might be better if I just returned home. I waved them before turning around to take my leave, but the pain in my leg makes me stop and grit my teeth. Ow, my knee. Deacon takes a few steps towards me and quietly kneels down, examines where I hurt myself. I feel embarrassed how close he is. Stay with me for the night. Oh, wait. As he stands, he knocks the back of my knee, making me lose my balance and fall backwards. I almost shot at him, but then he catches me in his arm, lifting me bottle style. Unlike last time where he treated me like a bag of potatoes, he's surprisingly gentle. Well, where are we going? To my residence. Ooh. He heads into the temple. Confidentially, unbothered by the darkness. I didn't expect you to live here. You didn't think I live in a cave, did you? No. Deacon carefully puts me on the ground and kneels in front of me, takes my leg and pulls down my sock. The dried blood pulls at the wound, making me wince. Hey. The intense look on his face makes me look away. I do not need to look at the wound to know that the cut is pretty badly. He places his hand on the wound and I feel the area growing hot. It feels strange but comfortable. A few seconds later, I turn to see him wiping the blood off my knee with a cloth. The cut has closed perfectly without a scar or blemish. As if it never got the cut. What is it, sorcery? Are you hurt anywhere else? No, I'm totally fine, thank you, ZEIKUN. Did you just heal me? That's amazing. You're like a saint. I'm not dead yet. Besides, I'm far from being holy. Without further explanations, ZEIKUN suddenly stands and walks away. I thought he left, but a moment later he returns with my umbrella. There's a few bloodstains on it, but it is still in one piece. Thank you for refetching it. ZEIKUN sits opposite me and lets out a sigh. let's call it a day and get some rest. Tomorrow you're going to help me bury those corpses. So that's the true reason you wanted me to stay? No, because he helped you. So he's like, hey, now you can help me. You knocked them down, so take responsibility for them. Well, make a bigger hole so they won't try to get up. I know you're horrified and feel guilty, but burying them is the best you can do. Those people won't rest in peace until you burn or bury their bodies. Fine, I'll do it. With the pain in my leg gone, I cannot think about sleeping. Glancing at ZEIKUN, I realize it's a good time as I need to talk. Save. By the way, are you aware that the police are investigating the forest? There are a lot of them, and I was worried. Worried about me? Wait till he finds out that you reported it. Not gonna be happy. Well, I saw you burying a corpse a few days ago, and I quickly commented, you dumb ass. You dumb ass. What the fuck? After blurting that out, Deacon's eyes flashed in the darkness. He suddenly leans over to me. His large body looming over me makes me feel like I'm caged in. I freeze up. Did I hit enough? Duh, you did! Why are you being so dumb? Staring down into my eyes, he speaks in a serious tone. Did you think I killed those missing people, Sky? He gets straight to the point. His eyes look intense, almost threatening. I take a deep breath, deep breath and answer him honestly. That's what I saw, to be honest. I didn't know the details of what happened. I wanted to ask you about it before jumping to conclusions. I wanted to trust that you're a good person. You barely even know him. This guy stays on to me for a few seconds. He's going to be like, you cannot leave. His expression softens as he pulls away. No one has ever said that about me. Maybe I was too quick to judge you. He sits down, mumbling softly. I wanted to know more about him, but I might have hit a landmine if I dig too deep. I know you're trying to help, but don't involve yourself further. It's too late. I'm already involved. Not for long if you continue like this. Not only are you fragile, but you're walking on a tightrope above death. You almost drowned, fell from the sky, got chased by the undead, and I warned you from the beginning to stay out of this forest. I mean, he did. You don't listen. Hey, the last two weren't my fault. It doesn't matter what's your fault. Maybe you're the one who's bad luck. Yes, I cursed you, so don't come back. No matter what I said, he keeps pushing me away and starts getting real annoying, but I persist. No, I won't leave until this whole mess is solved. Don't you know that the body counts rises every week? The village is dear to me and I want to protect my friends. I don't want anything to end up as a victim either. I have a gut feeling that something in the forest is related to these misfortunes. You're still going about the demon? It might not be a demon, but I'm certain something that's going around killing people. We continue to argue until it gets too late. If things is dark around me, I fumble around for something to grasp, but there's nothing but empty space. Huh? Where's ZEIKUN? Something lights up in the distance. It takes me a second to realize it is the raging fire. I hear angry shouting from the same direction. Hurriedly, I go closer to check. Oh, are you seeing his path? A red-haired person comes in view, running past me, then I realize it's ZEIKUN. The voices gets louder and closer, almost as if they're chasing him. Oh no! I reach out my hand trying to grasp him. I slowly open my eyes, and I realize that was a dream. There's something red and fuzzy in front of me. I blink a few times until my vision clears, and I'm facing ZEIKUN's annoyed face. Ah! I heard something soft in my hand, and I quickly realized it's ZEIKUN's braid. I was just checking on you because you were groaning in your sleep. Now let go of my hair. I immediately released his braid, my cheek turning red. I never imagined I would do something embarrassing. Now you're awake, come with me. What? You're helping him dig a hole in the ground. It's early in the morning, and he called me to bury corpses. Well, duh, he told you that like earlier that night. ZEIKUN hands me a shovel to dig holes. Are you for real? I'll carry the bodies, you just bury them. Why not report this to the police? You said they were already dead. Perhaps if we explained it, no, they're not gonna listen. Explain to them, they'll find the original murders, and the villagers who would panic if these bodies turned up. Panic is troublesome. The field looks like a mass murder had taken place. How would you explain this with your blood-stained umbrella and clothes? No, you're dumb. Hearing it out loud makes me aware how ridiculous it sounds. There's no way I can talk my way out of it. The investigators will look into their bruises and conclude that they were beaten to death. Who do you think they'll turn to then? Better to bury them so their souls can at least find peace. The families won't. They'll keep waiting for them to be found. He starts lifting one of the bodies, piling it on top of the other. I sigh deeply, deciding not to press the issue and waiting for him to grab as many bodies as he can carry. Then I followed him deep into the forest. God, this is exhausting. My arms are burning. I cannot relax with this huge responsibilities on my shoulder. I continue digging. The souls of these people can rest in peace after being buried. It is the least we can do for them. A short while later, you can finish carrying all the bodies from the field. I cannot dig fast enough, so he gets another shovel and joins me. I was wondering, how long have you been at this? Only recently. It's been bothering me for a while, but the news article mentions 2 bodies being found in the river linked to this forest. Do you have any clue what happened to them? You never stop asking questions. Fine. It's rather unpleasant, though. Do you remember the missing tourists a couple weeks back? I think they got too close to the water and slipped, and then got swept away in the rapids further downstream. Even rocks get crushed into sand grain. They didn't survive. I couldn't save them. I silently listened to ZEIKUN. All this time, there has been rumors that they were killed or mysteriously kidnapped. To think it was just a tragic accident. Why don't you join the investigators if you're on the same side? Those people shouldn't get involved. And I don't like them. You keep telling others not to get involved, but what about yourself? Deacon stops and narrows his eyes at my words. It is a warning, but I cannot stop being curious. You know, if you're in the forest, demon, it explains everything. Girl, yeah. I'll knock you out, girl. But I know you're not. They say the demon has horns and anyone could see you clearly. You don't have those. He might be a shapeshifter. Also heard there's priests in the area, in the village, but there's no mention of one who decided to live inside the forest. I'm going to continue to keep guessing that you won't tell me. Deacon lets out a sigh and continues to dig. I remember that night you saved me from the Shinigami. For a moment I thought you had superpowers or something, but I was half asleep at that time. He freezes for a moment and turns his back to me. He does not say anything. We continue digging for the whole day and only to finish burying the bodies when the sun sets. I feel hungry and thirsty. Right as the thought crosses my mind, ZEIKUN produces a wild peach out of nowhere, offering it to me. Don't take it. Do not take this. You know Snow White, she had an apple and it was poisoned. There's more food at the temple. Let's head back. It surprises me how much food he has hidden in the temple, mostly fruit, but I am too hungry to care and eagerly digged in. They're delicious. I find myself feeling full in no time. I glance over at ZEIKUN when I realize he's not taking a single bite. I'm fine. We sit by the temple entrance and stare at the sky. The colors of the sunset reflect the bloodied field before us. I clear the fruit peels before continuing our conversation. I'm glad I bumped into you. I didn't mean to, though. I was just running from those people and somehow ended up here. They showed up out of nowhere and tried to break into my house. Escaping was my only option. All the people in town might think you're dead. I thought you might know something about them. It's like you don't even know how to sit still and be quiet. Please tell me anything you know. Deacon crosses his arm and looks down at me. I should probably take one of these days, maybe Wednesday, to do this again. Deacon crosses his arm and looks down at me. To be honest, I don't know anything. I only watch from the sidelines and clean up the mess. And even if I knew, I wouldn't tell you. Anyways, you aren't that useful in the least. Unlike you, I'm one to help and find out what happened to them. What have you been doing all this time? Just burying corpses? From his indifferent shrug and cold gaze, you must not care about solving the case. Honestly, I don't want to get involved either. I wish everyone would just leave me alone. His voice fades his last sentence. For some reason, it made me feel guilty. I decided to stop pressing him for now. Shortly later, I go home. It's gotten late and the streets are already empty. I wish I could call the police, but what Deacon told me, I feel hesitant. I inspect the interior. I spotted broken flower pot in the corner, but the windows and the door seemed untouched. The sight of my house makes me nervous. I walk around to make sure no one else is skulking around it. When I get inside, I notice the door lock has been broken, but otherwise intact. The scratch marks from the fingernails from the wood reminds me of the fear I felt. I should call someone in the morning. For now, I'll just prop up a chair underneath the doorknob. My attackers overturned the lamp, scattering my books and magazines all over, but the damage is surprisingly not as bad as expected. Using a flashlight, I examined the house from inside out. Fortunately, no broken windows. I'm in the middle of picking the magazines up when I hear a phone ring and rush to pick it up. Oh, it's Kai. Hey, Leoji here. Sorry to call so late, but is any chance Ikira is with you? Oh no, she's gone. No, why? I told her to come over yesterday, but she never arrived. I tried calling her phone, but she didn't pick up. Her brother contacted me earlier. Apparently she didn't go home last night. That's sure odd. It's not like Ikira to run off without saying something. Should we search for her? Yeah, in fact, I'm on my way to your place. It's pretty late. Won't it make your dad worry? He probably won't come home tonight because of work. Let's meet at the library instead. Sure. By the way, I think someone broke in at my place. I don't think anything was stolen, but the door of my living room is a mess. I will report it for you and have some investigators look into it later. Thank you, Leoji. Nighttime. In a short while, we both arrived at the library building and discussed where we should start looking. The forest! No, just kidding. We have no clue where she could be. You think she got lost or something? She knows her way around this village better than I do. There's no way she got lost. Someone kidnapped her. Maybe she followed some strangers. She could be in danger. I mean, there's endless possibilities. I'm worried. She doesn't know any self-defense moves. We walked around the village and into the wee hour of the night, but our search was to no avail. Is Aurora has her? Or so. Unless she's kidnapped, the only place left to look is in the forest. You were just there. Let's call it a night and continue tomorrow. The streets aren't safe around this time. My cat scared me. I'm seeing like some kind of head shadow, and I'm like she was just stretching. I was like, ah! Should we report this to the police? Are you dad? Missing people are normally have to be gone for 3 days before the police can accept a report. That's dumb. Anything could happen in 3 days. Within a couple hours of you realizing they're missing, or if you live with them or know their thing, it should be a couple hours after knowing, like, oh, let's go look because they could be in danger or in danger, being hurt, or even almost dead. But I'm sure that my dad will make an exception. We'll look into this as soon as possible. Be careful on your way home. In the meantime, Sky. Alright, you too. On my way home, I muttered to myself, where could she have gone? I hope she's okay. Can't she take her? Oh, I had a little thought. He could have taken her and be like, now what? The past few days has been so eventful, I paid no attention to you. I'm so sorry, Ikiraya. My friend has still not been found after a few days. Even her brother, who she closest to, does not know where she is. The police have already begun to look for her, but we have been told not to worry. The OG and I have not given up our search for Ikiraya. We investigated the village every day and night. We prayed for her safe return. Now it's exams week, which isn't the nicest distraction. Why is that a nice distraction? You have to take a test. I take a deep breath as Mr. Blanchard hands out exam papers in front of the classroom. Leo G leans towards me, speaking in a hushed tone, also because of course if he cannot talk during the exam is going to start. I bet if I score higher than you, then his exam. I had no time to study, there was nothing to worry about. Exam ended and it is time for lunch break. Leo G approaches my desk. How did the exam go? Naturally, it was easy. Not. I'm sure I'll get a higher score than you. Don't get your hopes up just yet. We'll see what the results say. After school, Leo G and I revisit a certain spot from the village, hoping to find any clues of Ikuya's whereabouts. I feel like it's my fault. If I didn't invite her that day, she would be safe with us now. Don't blame yourself. You couldn't have known. Even if the cops are having trouble, the time is ticking and it's frustrating not being able to do anything. I pat his back to comfort him. I am just as worried as Ikuya as he is. This is the first time something like this has happened. We searched for the whole day, but it's futile again. I hope Ikuya has been eating. It's already been days. I don't think she's alive. Shane should know something about tracking people since it's his job. Maybe I could ask him. No. I visited his house and rang the doorbell, but there's no answer. But then again, it's already night. He could be on the case. If he is, he might be still busy. I should not disturb him. The police have been investigating the forest. Maybe I can check there too. Don't! Leave ZEIKUN alone. I would call Ryoji to join me, but I don't want to bother him. I know he's been searching without me. He looks really tired at school earlier. As I walked through the forest, I noticed there's no investigators around. I did not expect them to go home this early. Well, at least there's no one to stop me from looking around. ZEIKUN pops up in my mind. He's like the forest guardian. He would notice right away if anyone enters this forest. Maybe he even knows I'm here right now. He won't be happy to see me, but there is even a slightest chance he saw Ikuya. I'll have to ask him. Oh, it's getting dark. The sunlight echoes of gunshots in the distance draws my attention, so I heard he head in that direction. Following the sound through the dark trees lead me to an old temple. Oh no, they're fighting! The girls are fighting! Not the right moment. Chain walks backwards across the field, raising his gun at the temple like a warning. I cannot see very well from where I am, but I recognize ZEIKUN's figure standing by the entrance. They seem to be watching each other. When Chain reaches the edge of the field, he puts down the body, which he has been carrying over his shoulder against the tree. That's Ikuya! As Chain runs closer to the temple, I go straight for her. No wound, no scratches, or any bleeding. Her skin looks a bit dehydrated, but her clothes are clean. Thank goodness she doesn't look hurt. Judging from the long pause between her breath, she seems to be asleep. A part of me is relieved, but it's too early to cheer. Hearing gunshots again, I turn around and my jaw drops what I see. On the other side of the field of the temple, Chain wields dual guns as he fires without pause, but struggles to follow ZEIKUN's incredible speed. You can use the temple monuments for cover, dashing closer and closer until he leaps upward in a sudden attack. Arrow spears above his palm when he extends his arm. They emit a faint glow at first, then it lights up in flame as he launches them into the air. Chain crosses his arms over his head, using them as a shield. Some arrows strike his gun and simply bounce off. Some zip past him. The other pierce right through his clothes, leaving him behind blood-stained tears. They seem equally matched, each strike made with a ruthless precision. The speed of their battle is so dizzying, I can barely follow it. At this rate, someone will die. I try to shout at them, but they do not seem to hear me. I have to stop them somehow. No, take you. I feel like I'm jumping into a car crash. I cannot think of anything else. Oh, shit. No, Shane will just shoot you. Be like, I'm gonna hold him back. When I get the chance, I dash towards, forward and wrap my arms around ZEIKUN. His arrow stops mid-air and disappears in a flash. What are you doing? Stop him from fighting! A gunshot interrupts the silence and ZEIKUN jerks away in a dodge, pulling me with him. My arm distinctly clings on tighter to him. With more bullets, ZEIKUN continues to move, running across the field as he throws more arrows in change direction. Everything zips by in a blur, and the cold air stings my face. I feel like I might get flung into direction if I let go so high and fast. If you don't let go, you'll get hurt. If I let go, physics might hurl me away, which is worse. Might be worse than no thing. Anyway, that pointless fight. I don't want to see you hurt either. You can stiffen and slow down. After hearing this, as he twists around, holding me tightly, I do not understand why I hear another shot. He groans and grits his teeth, and nails piercing into my skin. Did he just use himself as a shield to cover me? Why are you on this demon side? I'm not on the fucking demon side. I would, but you would have shot me, dude, if I got in your way. Wait, is he referring to ZEIKUN? Chain approaches us, dual guns raised. As I tug ZEIKUN away, try to tug ZEIKUN away, but then he mercilessly shoots a few times into ZEIKUN's leg. ZEIKUN staggers back. I pull my arms around him so he doesn't fall. I've turned back to Chain, who coldly stares at us. Chain, what the hell? Now you can't escape anymore. Let's wrap this up. He really doesn't care who gets killed in his personal crusade. He holsters one of his guns. The flight's a slip! Moving my leg. He holsters one of his guns only to pull out a golden knife from underneath his jacket. There's murders in his eyes for some reason, and he looks in my direction. I cannot tell what he's up to. Chain! Without hesitation, he throws the sharp knife at me. Terrified, I raise my arms to cover my head. It takes a few seconds to realize I did not get hit. That's very low. When I look up, I see ZEIKUN has moved in front of me. He holds the knife with his bare hand, blood seeping through his fingers. I knew you would catch it for her. well, it was a decoy. You dumbass. A decoy. Then I noticed several knives sticking out of ZEIKUN's leg. Dark liquid oozes out, stains his clothes. It's horrific to look at. ZEIKUN simply pulls the knives out and throws them away. He turns his head. I like him though. Head just enough to glare at me, and then it speaks in a stern voice. Sky, you better leave now. Only if you run with me. Please don't continue to fight. You need to stop. Just leave. Do what you're told. Your life is... ZEIKUN thinks about it. His eyes flicker to Chain for a second. Finally, he lowers his arm, steps back. As he promised, I release him and looks around, wondering where to go. Chain suddenly pulls out a gun and fires. A little small scream as I watch. ZEIKUN falls to the ground before me. Pool of dark liquid forms underneath his feet. For a moment, I thought he was dead, but he's still moving. Chain takes his time reloading his gun, then aims for another shot. I stand in front of ZEIKUN to block him. Eyes on me, he unexpectedly fires at me, and my heart skips a beat. The bullet whizzes past me, but missing. It does not scare me. I am determined to protect ZEIKUN. Why are you trying to kill him? Have you never heard of the forest demon? It's obvious. Here he is, the forest demon. Just look at him. No human can move with that wound like that. His blood is not even red. I don't understand what your reason is to defend him. So what if he's a demon? Everything written about the demon is negative. His reputation is so bad I cannot find any logical reason to argue with Chain, but I might try. But I feel something against my back. In a blink of an eye, ZEIKUN run past me towards Chain. Oh, his horn! You look pretty here. The aurora around him and the experience has changed. Two horns on either side of his head. The faint glow of his eyes glow faint red in the dark. His grin. His hair seems to dance around the flames as he moves. It matches the wild look of the arrows that have appeared around him. His torn clothes match his fierce aurora, more stylish than warm. He really is a demon. Chain blocks just in time. Their battle starts again. The flow is different this time. ZEIKUN's on the fence. Despite his wounded body, he moves even faster than before. I watch in amazement as his arrow. You should have took EQ and ran. Towards Chain at a rapid speed. Most of them connect to their target. It's a miracle that Chain managed to dodge some of them. ZEIKUN's reckless attacks leaves him open to Chain's knife, but nothing seems capable of slowing the demon down. They're extinct now. The exchange are so fast my eyes cannot follow up. Their clothes are dripping with blood. They do not seem to notice their wounds. Neither of them seems to be winning yet, but it's not long before I notice ZEIKUN's movements are becoming sluggish. He seems exhausted. Before the fight can conclude, ZEIKUN flees into the trees. Chain stares at me at the darkness where ZEIKUN disappeared. I thought he would go after him, but he suddenly sinks down onto his knees and starts coughing. My legs only move after the tension slips away from the scene. Chain, I was holding him back. Don't be doing that. Whose side are you on? I'm not on any side. I told you to stop. Jumping in the middle of the flight and defending that demon. Damn my lungs. Shane unbuttons his blood-stained shirt. I see the open flesh wound gushing out. He must be in a lot of pain. Only soft groans leaves his mouth. I'll bring you to the hospital right now. Pushes my hand away and shakes his head. Too late now. What do you mean too late? You can't be. I can tell you I'm beyond recovery. Ugh, this damn demon. Why do you trust him? Kane keeps coughing and I see blood on his lips. But you can't! He has a gas mask on! I reach for my cell phone, but Kane holds me back. He will not let me do anything. I do not know what else to do. Never mind. This is my end. Shh, don't talk too much. It will get worse. You have any requests? I do not want to be remembered. Burn or bury this body, whatever. Eh? Before I can ask why, Kane slowly closes his eyes and his body goes limp and heavy. I desperately call his name, but he does not respond. Checking his pulse revealed that he does not have one anymore. I stay with him for a while as his face turns pale and his hands getting colder. I hoped for some miracle that'll happen, but he does not move. Kane is dead. I hold his dead body, feeling anxious. What should I do? Call the police? He said he doesn't want to be remembered. Does that mean I should not tell anyone about this? Maybe I can find a clue in his belongings? I do not touch his knives and weapons, simply leave them on the ground beside him. While going through his pockets, I noticed he has more injuries than I thought. Jane never left his back exposed, yet he has wounds, bruises covering his entire back. The dried blood indicates that they are not recent. They cannot be from this battle for ZEIKUN. Did he fight something else before coming here? I find a note hidden inside his inner pocket. To the finder of this body, do not let anyone know. Burn or bury it. He actually prepared for such moment. Kane, how could you have known? It occurs to me that those undead people may still be around. Kane could have fought them. He asked me to bury or burn his body. Why would he want such a thing? Is he worried about coming back as an undead monster? Kane, I'm so sorry. In the end, I cannot bring myself to burn his body. It doesn't feel right. Besides, I do not have the materials for it. Starting a fire could also go wrong. After remembering where you can dash the shells from the other day, I found a good spot behind the temple and start digging. Even if it takes the entire night, I will fulfill his request. It feels strange to bury someone I know, even though we were never close. I feel very sad. And a few hours later, I place flowers on his grave and whispers goodbye. Thank you for protecting me when you did. I hope you rest in peace here. Akira is still unconscious. I feel bad for leaving her alone for so long, but so much has happened, I cannot begin to process it all. Carrying her on my back, I go to the village and bring her home. The next day, I reported her status to the police via phone. Where did you find the girl? Just on the street last night. I don't know what happened to her. She still hasn't woken up. I see. We'll give her a call soon and ask her about the details. Thank you for telling us. Hey, you live in the Hakio neighborhood, right? Yes. Have you seen Shane around? He's one of the guards here. We haven't heard from him. No. The lonely demon. On my way to the lockers, I see a large crowd surrounding someone. As I get closer, I realize it's Akira. Akira. She looks overwhelmed. I heard you got kidnapped. Did you see his face? How did they abduct you? I cannot believe us students are being targeted. How did you even manage to escape? Geez, give her a break. I forcefully push my way through the crowd and take Ikira's hand, pulling her away. Oh, sorry. We stopped after getting a distance away, and I turned around to look at Ikira properly. How are you feeling today? Actually, you should be resting. I have so many things to tell you. You must hear this. No? You realize I just pulled you away so you wouldn't feel pressured to talk about it so soon? Don't you want to hear this? I got kidnapped for a few days and returned unscathed. Isn't that unbelievable? Don't act like you took a vacation. The OG and I were worried about you. We searched everywhere we could think of and then some. What happened to you? Let me think. It happened in the evening while I was on my way to the OG's place. I met this boy, talked to him for a while. He was asking for direction of some kind of haunted house. I'm not oh, is it that the black hair guy? Not really sure. Everything went blank after we departed. The next thing I remember, I was being carried on the back of some crimson-haired man. He was really handsome, but the way he was so rough with me, you'd think I was a sack of potatoes or something. That sounds just like ZEIKUN. What did he do to you? Oh, he didn't have any bad intentions. I think he brought me to a temple and told I'd be safe from danger there. Not knowing how to reply to that, I only nodded as I listened. I don't know how much time passed because it was so dark inside, but then a creepy guy with a gas mask burst through the door and tried to take me with him. And my memories are fuzzy when I try to remember. It feels like something's missing. It's okay, you probably need to rest. Thank you for telling me. Oh, right. The crimson-haired man was nice. He gave me this fruit. What I got from her store that someone kidnapped her, but ZEIKUN came to the rescue and kept her safe in the first temple in case of a second cat. Jane must have caught wind of Akira being in the temple and misunderstood the situation, resulting in their fight. My gut tells me that it was, yup, knew it. Catchy who took Akira, but I considered the possibility that it could be someone could be after her. Whoever it was, they might try again. That Akira is back. I cannot rely on Jane anymore. I have to protect her myself. How about you stay at my place? We can have some fun together. I can keep an eye on you, just in case something bad happens. Sky, I don't need any protection, but sure, I'm coming anyway. I felt slightly offended at the first part of the sentence. Hey, I make a good bodyguard. If anyone's a good bodyguard, it would be me. Oh, Leah, are you going too? Great, we could have a sleepover. Wait, what? It's been so long since we've been discussed house, hasn't it? You can't just... Wait, I'm still lost. What about the sleepover? Akira smiles brightly and loops her arms around mine and Ryoji's, pulling us close. In truth, I doubt Akira feels fine about the situation, so the sleepover would be a good distraction for her. Besides, it really has been a while since the three of us hung out together. outside of class. We plan to sleep over for tomorrow because Leoji has a job-related duties today. Why are you laying like that? After I entered my room, I dropped myself on the bed. I felt so tired after what happened last night. While staring out into the backyard, I remember the last time it rained this heavy. I half expected ZEIKUN to knock on the door again. I wonder how ZEIKUN's doing. I saw he suffered quite a few injuries. I'd go to the forest, but knowing him, he would tell me to get lost. There are too many things on my mind. I shake my head, feeling weary, and draw the curtains. Next day. We're gonna stop it there. So, we're gonna call it there. Thank you guys for watching. I'm gonna go and separate these episodes. Wednesday we'll do a game thing. But thank you guys for watching. Press this exclamation point. DISCORD. Alright, let me put that. And you can join my Discord. And this is for YouTube. Join my Discord. And bye guys. I'll talk to you later. Maybe Monday morning. Perhaps. But thank you guys. Bye.